on Australia's business channel. This is Media Week.
Hello, welcome to the program. Ahead, we'll meet the man behind Underbelly, RBT and now Cloud Street. Des Monaghan from Screen Time will discuss our insatiable appetite for local content and whether it will continue to dominate the schedules, plus plenty more news from the print and radio sectors. But first, Austar has confirmed it's received a takeover bid from Foxtel of $1.52 per share. Now, the offer values the regional subscription television operator at around $2.5 billion, a premium of around 50% since market speculation of a merger began. Talk of a takeover has been around for 6 years, but the major shareholders of both companies have stymied a deal. Liberty Global, Austar's parent, now supports a merger though. And finally this week, Foxtel shareholders Telstra News Limited and Consolidated Media agreed to terms. If approved, Austar customers will switch to the Foxtel service and receive a more extensive suite of services. Well, our co-host James Manning, editor and publisher of Media Week, is here. And James, these talks have been going on seemingly forever.
It has been going on for a while. We've talked about it a fair bit recently. We were lucky enough to get a bit of time with the Austar chief executive today. That was one of the things I asked him, how long these had been going on, and here's what he said.
Well, I think the first time I ever had a conversation with Foxtel about a potential acquisition of Austar was about 6 months after we formed the company in 1995. So it has been going on for some time. And but the last time everyone took a serious look at it was 2007.
Was that always the long term, do you think? I mean, could the two companies have just continued as separate, or was it really eventually they would have had to meet to you know, get some synergies and make the businesses really hum? Oh,
not at all. I mean, we've always operated this company as a standalone going concern. We think regional Australia is a big and powerful economic engine that, you know, we were proud to be a part of, or are proud to be a part of. You know, Austar is a substantial company in its own right, and you know, we certainly could have continued to operate this business, or could continue to operate this business indefinitely.
What's your message to Austar staff today? What's the deal sort of got implications for them?
Oh, certainly. I think we've let our staff know that this is just very much a first step. The board is just in receipt of an indicative and conditional proposal. We have some work to do to get to formal documentation, and at that point there are a number of steps involving conditions precedent to get to a final deal. In the meantime, we have a business to run. And even should the transaction eventuate, it'll be a much bigger business, and no doubt there will be roles for a great many people in our organization who've helped make this company as great as it is and valuable as it is.
Austar's always looked after its executive team very well. Is there any roles for them in this new merged company?
That would be a matter for the potential acquiring company. I'm extraordinarily proud of the people that I've worked with. The least amount of tenure of any one of my direct reports is a decade. We've built a company from a piece of paper to what is potentially $2.5 billion enterprise, and of that we're extremely proud as a group. And if they don't continue to work in the subscription industry, I'm sure they'll land pretty high.
Austar's been in Australia for 16 years. You've been chairing AGM since 1999. What was sort of running through your mind when you sat down after your last shareholders' address today?
Well, there's a lot of mixed emotions when you get to a time like this, particularly a company that, you know, I've been associated with since its establishment. There's a lot of people that I get great pleasure in working with, and it's an industry that I'm very excited by and have been associated with for a long time. I will certainly miss, if this is what ends up happening, the entire environment of subscription television. It's a great industry. It's practically the only industry I've worked in other than bartending in my entire life. So I would miss that. On the other hand, I do think that should we see this transaction through, that it's a great result for the shareholders and many other stakeholders. And I'm optimistic that it will be a transitional period for some of these people, but one that they'll come out the other end with a good result.
Austar CEO John Porter there speaking after the group's AGM on Thursday morning. Now, just after the proposal was announced on Thursday, I spoke with Foxtel CEO Kim Williams about what the deal will mean for Austar subscribers and whether they'll have to pay more.